Hi guys, it's Lexi. I am finally sitting down to film my Teddy Bees pre-order. I am probably the last one to post this. I think at this point people are already posting their like ready to ship hauls. So let me just really quickly tell you, I'll keep it short because I know you're here for the wax, but this past month was crazy for me. I got sick. And then immediately after that, Tom's brother got in a really bad farming accident at where he works. Both of his collarbones were crushed. That was a couple weeks or a week and a half before the wedding. And then he was the officiant. So we were like, oh, we hope he feels better in time to do it. If not, like, just get better and get out of the hospital because he had like internal bleeding. And so like that was a lot to have happen. And literally thank the Lord, he is okay. He got out of the hospital and was able to officiate our wedding. And he's just like insane. Like I can't believe he did that. That's insane. And we're very grateful. I know it meant a lot to him to do it for us that he could do it for us. So all around, we were just like incredibly blessed and lucky that everything was okay, that he was okay. Very scary stuff, but high highs and low lows because our wedding was beautiful. And that was an amazing day to just celebrate with everybody, and it was super intimate, only like 40 people, but it was a really wonderful day, and that was amazing. And then after our wedding, we had our friend's wedding. So we ended up having our wedding, and then the next weekend was our friend's wedding, and that was down towards the city. So we had to travel for that. And now we just finally have gotten home, and we are kind of getting back to normal just now. And we are preparing for the upstate New York fall elopement / wedding madness that is definitely going to erupt. We have like 6 elopements in a row, something crazy. So we're preparing for craziness. So this is the opportunity I have to like go, okay, like we got this. So taking a big deep breath, but that's where I've been. That's what's been going on in my life. Let me jump into this video. Like I said, this is only my pre-order haul. I actually didn't even look at the list for the ready to ship. I didn't participate in the ready to ship. I haven't looked at any wax orders for like the last month, which honestly has been great. I've been saving that coin because I spent a little for the wedding, of course, even though we kept it small. It happens. I did get a sample in this order, and I did get the card. As always, I will leave the information of how to shop Teddy Bees down below if you guys are interested. The owner of Teddy Bees is Tiffany. She always knocks it out of the park. Very generously included a sample of I Heart Vanilla tobacco. This, to me, I did consider picking this up, but overall, I think I just decided against it. The tobacco scared me a little bit, and I think I'm happy I didn't pick it up because on here I'm getting a lot of the tobacco and not a whole lot of the I Heart Vanilla. And the tobacco, I mean, I do like it, but I do feel like it could possibly give me a headache. It could change once I warm it because I've had other scents that I've gotten in samples that I've been like, ooh, this is definitely going to be headache inducing. And they end up being really lovely and kind of like toned down once they're warmed. So that could be the case with that. But I'm curious if anybody else has gotten that and warmed it, let me know. Does it kind of smooth out and the vanilla comes out more once you warm it? Because I feel like that's what I would want for that to happen. But it smells really nice either way. So that was a sample. And then next, before I dive into all of the souffles, because I got straight up all souffles, I want to talk about these 2 larger shapes in, I think they were called Forget-Me-Nots. And these are both scents. They are larger than the tubs, but small. I think they're larger than the souffles. This is a souffle, but smaller than the tubs, I believe. I could be wrong. You can fact check me if you want. So I picked up 2. This one is a black cat. Of course, I have 2 black cats, Theo and Jade. I had to get this. Even if the scent wasn't up, in my category, I was like, I'm getting it. Luckily for me, it is. It is Sweet on Paris type, which is a Bath & Body Works perfume dupe scent, or it was a perfume or body care scent. And I think it's blackberry, lemon, meringue, and maybe there's a floral note in there somewhere, but it's like a perfume scent. And then smoked woods, peppercorn, vanilla cashmere, and sandalwood. So this scent, to go along with the name, is black wax, and it's got some like pink glitter on it. Really pretty. And this one I really enjoy. I do get the Sweet on Paris scent in here, but I feel like it is balanced pretty evenly with, to my nose, mostly the smoked woods is the thing I smell next. I couldn't really tell you vanilla cashmere is in here or peppercorn or sandalwood. Maybe a little peppercorn, but sandalwood, I don't really pick that up a lot. It kind of smells like if you wore the Sweet on Paris body spray. You sprayed it on yourself on like a hoodie before you went out to like a bonfire in the fall or something. And you sat around the fire, and then the next day you woke up and you could smell the lingering essence of the like body spray, the Sweet on Paris, and the smoke from the fire. So it's kind of like a nice balance of that. So that's the vibe that I get from this scent, Black Cat. Really, really pretty. I'm very happy that I grabbed that. And another one that I'm really, really happy I grabbed is Ichabod C. And this is a blend of, or a scent of, fresh pumpkin, clove, bourbon, maple, and toasted oak. And I said a scent of because this is a single fragrance oil. And I know that because I've had this from other vendors before, hence why I picked it up in this. It is a phenomenal single fragrance oil, and it's called Drunken Pumpkin. And it's bonkers good. I'm like obsessed with it. So this scent, to my nose, is like the epitome of like fall. It is it smells as if you were prepping a pumpkin dessert without any of the bakery components. So only prepping the pumpkin, what is it called? Not the pumpkin guts, but like the pumpkin filling. Like if you were making like a pumpkin bread and you were mixing in like the clove and the cinnamon and the spices within the pumpkin. It smells like that. And then you had like your windows open. Maybe you lived in a cabin and you have your windows open and you smell like the sweet, like woodsy tree, like air coming in. So it's like woodsy and pumpkiny, and not bakery, but like you get like the sweetness is coming from the woods and not a bakery component, but it just totally works. And maybe the bourbon, or right, yeah, maybe the bourbon and the maple are adding the sweetness, but it's like deep and dark and woodsy and pumpkiny and just so good. So yeah, really, really happy to have more of this scent. This one is Peach Cobbler Sugar Cookies. Frosted sugar cookies blended with decadent peach cobbler. This is like a really pretty tan color, and I love that she included like orange glitter to kind of match the label. Very, very cutesy, very demure, right? So this one smells delicious. I really like the peach in here. It is a non-offensive peach to my nose, but I'm not super picky on peach. But I know sometimes peach can read a little. But this peach reads bakery. Realistic, sweet, juicy peach. And the circus animal sugar cookie scent in here adds like an extra sugary sweetness to the bakery. So it's definitely extra sweet. So that one is Peach Cobbler Sugar Cookies. That one's delicious. Another bakery one is Mrs. Teddy Bear. And this one is a blend of teddy bear biscuits, cherry pie filling, and whipped cream. And I don't know if I mentioned this. I filmed this haul a few times because my cats have been fighting. So I don't know what video or what part I set it in, or if I ended up cutting it out or what. But I did already do my first sniffs. I already smelled through this order multiple times. So these aren't my first sniff impressions, although I do love doing those because I feel like it gives you my actual, like you get to see my reactions, which I think is great. But not my first sniff impressions here. However, I will say this one has changed significantly because I've been letting it cure now for like probably over 2 weeks, maybe 3 now. And this one has changed significantly. The first time I smelled it, I couldn't really get a whole lot of the cherry in here, but now it's mostly the cherry. I do get the bakery, but it's specifically like I think within the teddy bear biscuit oil, I think it's like a sweet bakery dough. And this one, to my nose, definitely reads more doughy than more baked cookie. So it just like you can, it doesn't smell like it was baked as much. Do you know what I mean? Which is interesting. And then this one also is like, it says cherry pie filling, but boy oh boy, I mean, like, it really smells like the filling. You almost get like the thickness of the filling, and not like, it doesn't smell like cherry syrup, cherry juice, or just like plain cherries. It is very distinct. I can never get this distinctively, whatever. It smells just like cherry pie filling, like the thick. Is there cornstarch in filling? I don't even know, you guys. It smells like filling. So very interesting. Can't talk today. But yeah, it is, I mean, really pretty. Way more cherry than it first was when I first sniffed it. This one here is The Long Night. And this is one of her Game of Thrones scents. I think a lot of these are Game of Thrones. So let me try to clump the Game of Thrones ones together. I don't know if that one is Game of Thrones. That one is, this one, no, this one is. Okay, so first Game of Thrones or House of Dragons? I don't know, I think it's HBO Max. I have too many streaming services to get another one. So if this is ever released on anything else, I'll watch it, but, or if I have a friend that could let me borrow it. But anyway, this is The Long Night. It is cocoa butter cashmere, tonka oud wood, and marshmallow fireside. And it says, "Oh, my sweet summer child, what do you know of fear? Fear is for the long night when the sun hides its face for years at a time." So that is a quote from the show. And this one is interesting. There's almost something that smells like, really, if you smell it really quickly, it kind of smells like menthol-y. Like menthol to me. But like a sweet, almost like candy cigarettes. And it sounds so weird. There's almost like a, I keep doing this weird thing. But then that kind of goes away. And then I think the thing that I'm smelling most would be the cashmere, because it also kind of reads, it definitely reads laundry to me, but like specifically like a more like perfumed laundry kind of scent, which like cashmere. It does read cashmere. I don't get a whole lot of the oud wood, and the marshmallow fireside, usually I can pull out of things, but I can't really detect it too much. And I have no idea where I'm getting that like kind of like menthol-y, like powdery kind of, it's like a powdery menthol-y mint scent. There is no mint in here. I have no idea why, but I know when I first smelled this, I got it and I can smell it again. I will see what happens. That might change once I melt it. This one is Black Fire, another one from that release or that line. It is Midnight Jasmine, Dark Vanilla, Amber Woods, and Black Currant. And this says, he gave a sword to Damien, Blackfire, the sword of Egan, the Conqueror, the blade that every Tarragon king had wielded since the conquest. I'm not sure. So this must be a sword, right? I'm not sure. But this one, to my nose, is like a really pretty, deep, very much so like a body care, perfume leaning scent. You get the berries, you get the woods. It's deep, it's sultry. It's something that if you wore out to a club, if you were a single gal, this would probably lure in the guys. I don't know. I just feel like it's very like pretty and feminine and rich and sultry. That's the vibe I get from this. So that is Black Fire. This one is Moon Dancer. And I do remember this one being kind of like almost like the yin to this yang. So it is white florals, sandalwood, dark berries, sweet pea, and golden vanilla. And this one says, Moon Dancer was a beautiful young green dragon ridden by Lady Bela Tarragon. And this one reminds me a ton of, oh gosh, what is it called? From Victoria's Secret Bombshell. This reminds me a ton of Victoria's Secret Bombshell. I don't know if it's a dupe. I couldn't tell you because I don't have that scent, but I do know that my friend used to wear that perfume a lot, and this smells like her. This one to me is much more of a, it's definitely similar to the last one. These both, Blackfire and Moon Dancer, both read extremely wearable, feminine type scents, or I guess perfumey type scents. But they're both like different. Like this one, Blackfire, is much more like nighttime appropriate. And then Moon Dancer smells kind of more like a daytime. It's brighter. It's definitely a much brighter floral, and not really heavy on the dark berries. I couldn't even tell you there's dark berries in this, but this one, you can definitely smell like the woods and the currant and the darker, heavier scents. This is brighter, lighter, more floral, more heady, but both very, very pretty scents. And this wax, this is by far, I think, my favorite wax shade, like the color and the glitter that I've ever seen from Teddy Bees. This is absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. I love that green, kind of matches the green shirt that I'm wearing today. And I love the glitter that goes along with it. She knocked it out of the park with that one. And she said it's a green dragon, so of course that makes sense, right? Very cute. I have one more from that same line, and this one is called the Master of Whispers. It is aged oak, pressed parchment, tobacco leaves, a hint of leather, quill ink, and vanilla whiskey. And this says, "Spy master to the king, the whisperings of little birds, I know things. Sweet lady, that is the nature of my service." I don't know. I couldn't tell you. So this one is kind of the color of paper, like, right? Like a scroll. Kind of matches a scroll. Some brown glitter, really pretty. And this one, when I first smelled it, gotta be honest with you, was not a fan. I like it a lot more now. Maybe it's because it's cured. Oh, God. I always feel like I have glitter in my nose. Maybe it's because this one is cured and it's doing something a little different. But this one to me now, I smell, oh, I think it's the leather. I like leather. I really like leather in wax. And I think I'm smelling the leather. And it's sweet. This one is sweet and earthy. And I don't know what I was smelling the first time that I didn't like in it, but now I'm seeming to enjoy. I don't know. Maybe something just turned, changed, evolved, cured. But yeah, I like this one a lot more than I did the first time. There's also something that is like there's like oh, maybe it's the oak. It's probably the oak that I like in it. Yeah, it smells, how would I describe this one? It smells definitely earthy, but not like tree earthy. It definitely, I guess maybe it's the leather that gives it like that sweetness, because leather always comes across like sweet to me. But it's like sweet, rich, slightly like it's, I mean, it smells kind of, if you are familiar with like the library oil out there in the vendor wax world, it kind of reminds me of like a better, sweeter version of that. So I really like that. That one is really, really nice. I like it a lot more than I did the first time, which is great. And then I thought that this one was a part of that, but it doesn't have like the same like quote and everything on it. So maybe it's not, but this is Ghosts of Harrenhal. It is a mysterious blend of Palo Santo, incense, leather, once again, see, I like leather, Goyak wood, and ebony tree resin. So this one is gray wax with some black glitter, really pretty. Oh, yeah, this one, I forgot how much I like this one. This one is probably my favorite. Yeah, this one smells kind of similar to like the Replica by the Fireplace perfume, but a like sharper, more like a sharper more, I don't want to just say like, I keep saying feminine, masculine perfume cologne. I'm trying to like find a better way to describe that. But I feel like when it comes to Teddy Bees, that is just her wax. Like it leans that way. Like her, I've always said this, but like her stuff doesn't, it's got the extra sophistication behind it where it could be a perfume or a cologne. So it's the best way I could use to describe that. But this one I feel like has a extra depth to the scent, where I feel like it kind of reminds me of the By the Fireplace scent, but if you added something that just gave it an extra like sharpness and like a sharp sweetness, maybe it's the Palo Santo. I'm not really entirely sure. It's probably not at all. It's not. I'm probably not describing that very well at all, but it's in the same family as that scent. So if you like that scent, you'd probably really like this scent, if I had to guess. Because I like that scent, and it kind of reminds me of this. So really, really pretty. Very, it's definitely like a nighttime scent to me, but like Halloween. This smells to me like Halloween. Like kind of like spooky and dark and like woodsy and mysterious and just like sweet and rich and just good. So I love this. I'm setting aside. This is definitely one of the favorites. Definitely one of the favorites. So yeah. Okay. I'm going to try to set aside all my favorites at the end. So, okay, this one here is Rainy Day. And Rainy Day is a beautiful shade of blue wax with some like extra dark blue glitter on here. And Rainy Day is crisp apples, dewy air, fallen leaves, oak, a touch of lavender, and a hint of sandalwood. And this is one where it just kind of boils down to scent preference. And this one, I should probably have not gotten it because it did say lavender in the notes, and I'm not normally a lavender person, but I'm trying to dabble. I'm trying to expand my horizons when it comes to like scents that I don't like. I've been really trying to be like, no, I just maybe need to branch out and try more. But I also feel like I know myself well enough to know that I just don't, when it comes to certain scent notes, I just don't like them. In the lavender, even though it says a hint of lavender, I get a lot of lavender in this. It says a touch of lavender. I get a lot of lavender, and it's the lavender to me that just reads slightly like soap leaning, and that is nothing bad to say about Teddy Bees at all. It is just my nose. It is just the way that my nose works. I'm just not a lavender person. That is a really pretty scent, but I think I might end up destashing that to probably my friend who likes lavender. So she's gonna get that probably. But if you guys melt that one and you're like, no, the lavender tone's down, maybe you should try it. I'll trust you and I'll try it, but I don't know. That one's probably not my favorite. So this one here is Forever Young, and Forever Young is sweet candied mandarin, dragon fruit nectar, jasmine, sheer vanilla, amber, sweet cherimoya flower, and marshmallow clouds. So this one is, I think, a dupe of the Sol de Janeiro, one of the Sol de Janeiro scents. Yeah. Yes, it is. Yeah, it definitely has one of those Sol de Janeiro scents within it, because I recognize this as another scent that I know the girl who wears the scent, and it smells like her. But it smells like an extra fruity version, so maybe the extra addition, maybe it was like the mandarin and the dragon fruit was the extra fruit addition. But I like it. I really enjoy that perfume. It, to me, smells like, the name is definitely right on the money. It doesn't read like how Moon Dancer and Blackfire, to my nose, kind of read mature perfume. This one definitely reads much more youthful, like Forever Young. The name definitely is right on the money. It smells like a brighter, almost like it could be like a body mist or body spray, like one of those, like a more youthful type of body care fragrance, but really, really pretty. It's fruity, it's floral. It's pretty, very pretty. So I like that one a lot. That's Forever Young. This one here is One of a Kind Oak. And it is baked waffle cookies, caramelized vanilla, toasted macadamia, brown butter, cookie dough, and vanilla extract. I thought there was going to be oak in this, but I don't see any oak within the notes here. But the name says oak, so. Very pretty pink wax, pink glitter. Yeah, and I love this. I mean, this smells extremely beautiful. Definitely is a bakery scent. I get the macadamia. I get the waffle cookies, I guess. Yeah, the brown, I mean, this is a through and through bakery scent. There's nothing about this that doesn't smell like bakery to my nose. And sometimes when it comes to Tiffany's wax, if she throws in like one like note, if there was like a raspberry or I'm just for example, if there was one other note that was like a fruit, sometimes that fruit ends up leaning more body care, and then it kind of like makes the whole scent kind of turn into like a perfumed version. But this one just smells like straight up like dessert to me, which I really like. Yeah. Yeah, that's really, really pretty. I really like that one. It is, yeah, rich, sweet, like cookies. It smells like cookies almost. This one here is Forbidden Forest. It is PNW Winter, which is Pacific Northwest Winter, Vanilla Birch, Marshmallow Fireside, and Bonfire Bliss. And this was a scent creation from Alexis here on YouTube and Summer Michelle here on YouTube. They kind of asked Tiffany if she would be willing to like do this blend, I think, and she said yes. So they kind of created this idea, which is awesome. And this one smells amazing. This truly smells like being outside in the winter where I grew up. I think within the Pacific Northwest winter, there is a fragrance, like oil, or not a fragrance oil, a scent note that says like burning fireplaces off in the distance. And I get that a lot in here, but I get that with an additional sweet smoky scent from, must be the Marshmallow Fireside and maybe the Bonfire Bliss oil. It's just like an extra sweet, realistic, like being outside smoky scent. Not overwhelmingly smoky, but like true to life camp, like chimney smoke, like being outside in the winter, cold air, you smell the tree in this, but then you get like the extra sweetness. It is beautiful. I love this one. That is Forbidden Forest. I have Black Flame Candle, and Black Flame Candle is flannel type, which is a Bath & Body Works scent. Crackling Firewood and Warm Vanilla Sugar, which is also another Bath & Body Works scent. And I love flannel from Bath & Body Works. It's actually a scent that it was like a tradition every single winter. I would melt that candle and I smell it in here and I love it. I love it in here. That's the first thing I smell is the flannel scent, which I think there's bergamot within the flannel candle, and I love bergamot. And I get the, was it firewood, crackling firewood. I get that in here, but I feel like it just goes so well with a flannel scent that it kind of meshes, you know? It's not like I can pull them all out separately. And the Warm Vanilla Sugar too, it's in there, but I think it's kind of covered up by the strong flannel scent. This is one that I'll definitely have to melt and then see how it kind of changes and evolves. But right now it's so strong on that flannel, which I'm totally fine with because I absolutely love that oil or that candle, whatever. But yeah, if you haven't tried it before, like flannel from Bath & Body Works, it is a definitely a more like cologne reading type scent. Really pretty. It's a good one. It's a really good one. So this was an accident. I ended up getting 2 of this Late Night Love Affair scent. This, I just accidentally must have clicked it twice when I was placing the pre-order. And I was like, oh, I hope I like it because I got 2. But it's really pretty, like purple pink wax with glitter on it, like little hearts. And this scent is notes of cedarwood, sheer vanilla, vanilla absolute, lavender, sandalwood, night blooming jasmine, golden musk, and the slightest hint of espresso. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this one. It's definitely, probably just got glitter on my nose. It's definitely very pretty, but I do feel like I can also slightly get the lavender in here. And I think my nose is just such a little baby when it comes to lavender that it's just like, you know. And this is a very confusing scent based on the notes. Like espresso, I don't get any espresso. I feel like the thing I get most in this is the jasmine, which I do love jasmine. But this is night blooming jasmine, which typically is definitely much more sharp. It comes across a lot more sharp and not as sweet. And I definitely get the musk. And I get the sandalwood. And I think that kind of just gives it a super like perfume leaning quality. I don't know. This is one that I might end up passing the others. I'm going to try one of the souffles, but I don't know. I might end up passing the other souffle onto that same friend that I'm going to probably pass on rainy day too. Yeah, I'm so up in the air about this one. This one, I feel like it kind of is in the same family as Moon Dancer and Blackfire, Late Night Love Affair. They've all got those same kind of, for lack of a better word, perfumey kind of qualities to it. So, pretty, I'm up in the air about it. Not sure. Okay. Next up, I have two. I'll end on the one that I haven't tried. I have two that I've tried. This is a repurchase, will always be a repurchase. It's Witches Be Crazy. It is birthday cake, pecan waffles, sugar cookie dough, and a pinch of cinnamon spiced vanilla. If you haven't tried Witches Be Crazy yet from Teddy Bees, girl, what are you waiting for? Or guy, what are you waiting for? It is so darn good. It is so darn good. It is super, super creamy, rich, vanilla-y pumpkin pecan waffles. It's like the best, most cakey version of pumpkin pecan waffles out there. It's a favorite. I love it. I love it blended with other things. I love it on its own. It's a fantastic scent. Cannot go a fall season without melting. Witches Be Crazy. It's phenomenal. And then the other one that I've tried and is a repurchase is Creep Show. And Creep Show is pumpkin sugar donuts, marshmallow fireside, sugar cookies, creamy cheesecake, graham crackers, marshmallow cream, and a hint of sweet spice. This one is absolutely delicious. I melted this, like I think a whole souffle last year and was like, oh, I need more of this. But because it's a scent that I probably will only melt around like Halloween, fall, because I'm very much a seasonal melter, I was like, I'll just get a souffle and I'll get another souffle if it comes back next year. Let's just hope it does. But I think that this one got some good hype, I hope. So I hope enough people will also fall in love with this so it'll come back. But love the colors. Love the Halloween, like orange and purple tones. So pretty. This one's amazing. It smells good on cold, but it's much, much better on warm. It is a very realistic, non-offensive cheesecake scent. Sometimes cheesecake is hard to nail in scent. This is a really well done cheesecake. The pumpkin sugar donut oil is blended beautifully with the rest of the notes. It's not like overwhelmingly pumpkin sugar donuts. You get the smoky like marshmallow fireside, like roasty. It really smells like if you were eating like a s'more, like a pumpkin donut s'more, like one of those crazy concoctions you see at like the fairs, right? Like one of those like giant stacked like dessert things. That's what this smells like. It's so good. Finally, this is the last one I have. It is Holiday in Halloween Town. It is deep fried churros covered in cinnamon sugar, warm donuts, hint of spice, creamy eggnog, and fire roasted marshmallows. And this one just sounded totally up my alley. It is gorgeous colors, very fall Halloween appropriate. And this one is, I do like this one, but I think what I'm smelling the most is the churro. And I feel like it's definitely a cinnamon, oh, it says cinnamon sugar. I get a lot of the cinnamon in this. I mean, like almost on the verge of a red hot. But I think because the other things are blended with it, like the donuts and the creamy eggnog and the marshmallows, that it's not overwhelmingly red hot. But I swear I'm getting like a subtle red hot cinnamon in this. Totally could change once I melt it. But I really like this. It's kind of a similar vibe as what was the other one I'd like to compare it to? Oh, right here. It kind of has the same vibe as Ichabod C, Ichabod Crane. Just in the same way that it's got like the deep pumpkin-y, like fall spices kind of a quality. So it's definitely very spice heavy. To me, this is definitely a very, very spice heavy scent. But you get the sweetness from the other things, but it is spicy. So this one, I'm sure once I cure it more, let it sit, it'll probably change. And definitely once you warm it, it'll change a little bit more. But definitely delicious scent either way. Really excited. So that is it. I think my top favorites from this are, well, I mean, I can't really say, I guess I can say these. I guess I'll kind of consider all these together because these are all scents that I've tried before and I've melted and I know I enjoy. I think this is the first time this one has come out from Teddy Bees, but this is the scent oil that I love. So Ichabod C, huge win. That's a great one. Creep Show, I love this one. That's repurchase, Witches Be Crazy, always repurchase. And then the two ones that were standouts to me that are new to me, Master of Whispers and Ghosts of Harrenhal. And funny enough, both of these have leather. So, and I've said this in the past. I had one melting basket, a couple, probably in the last winter, where I had a ton of leather notes, or yeah, there was a ton of different notes within the different blends that I had, a bunch of leather in it. And I was like, all of the scents that I ended up liking from that melting basket all had leather. And so that was kind of a light bulb moment for me, being like, oh, I enjoy leather and wax. It is just like a very earthy, sweet, rich scent. It just smells like fancy in a nice way. It just makes your home smell fancy. So that's what I like about it. But that's it, you guys. I guess that's it. So thank you for watching. I hope you're all doing well, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye, guys.